It's a 10 grand drop. You should have been.
What's taking you so long? Unless you found.
Look at me, you see me, fucker.
Fred, the money's in the truck.
You need to pull yourself together. You don't want to do this, you can get out of the truck. Honey.
I'm fucking around and drive.
Oh, shit.
All right.
They're serious. Babe, you just worry about putting your ass home.
Listen up, fuckboy. I face full of shit.
Oh.
Take it.
What did you say? Keep me updated. This.
Sarge, we have
Hero not to get.
Let me talk to him. Is not the day.
clear.
Play the game, H.
Fuck me and.
Go over.
Right.
There's too many guards that we can't control.
Hey, Bo. Jan's job.
Okay,
Slowly.
Do what he says.
Grab your gun. Keep in America. Try me.
Look at this. This is me.
The armor, you're hard boiled.
Well, blow his fucking head. Go! Out there. You use the rabbits.
Fire, they got long guns, they're gonna use them.
Number 3. What? Where are you hit? Where? I swear to God.
Sweep the rest of them. And another 3 guards.
Pounds. Black Dare. Cannot get pinned down.
Right now, this isn't working. Say, hey,
Get it.
wait!
Until we're loaded, then join 3 in the. Load the van 3.
There's some fucking guard out here!
Clear.
They got body armor. That gun.
Do you have eyes on 3?
Copy that, Adam. All units are suspect.
Elvis is leaving.
SWAT team, they're on the.
Where do you know, Elvis?
Come on! We're sitting ducks here.
Gun! Clear! We gotta move! Hey, boy, Sweat, give me a hand.
Long fence clear.
We punch through, but there's nothing they can do to Here, it's 2 clicks to
Alpha 405. Good half measure.
Change a thing.
think we're trapped, they will shoot to kill, but we won't blueprints. They stopped printing this back in 50.
18, let's go. In the position.
How you doing? Get back there and finish the job.
Go.
Units, you are clear to fire. All units are advised to watch out for guns.
Some of us won't make it. They're the families.
That was strange things happen.
In the end, he'll follow order.
It's not coming.
Prius load the cash on the... Too fucking...
Healers are fucking gone.
Underground tunnels is like a fucking rabbit.
Seaside Freeway. 737 down, covering Long Beach Dock.
What do you want?
Causing collapse, ruptured the spleen.
In summary, explain.
Fuck do you want?
Fuck. Explain.
Are we done?
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the gritty, bone-crunching world of Wrath of Man, Guy Ritchie's return to his signature blend of brutal action and sharp dialogue. This film is a masterclass in slow-burn vengeance, and we're about to break down every impactful moment. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. Now, let's get into it. We kick off with a visceral, gut-wrenching armored truck robbery, seen entirely from the claustrophobic interior of the vehicle. It's a shock to the system, a quick, violent punch to the face that sets the tone. Guards are scrambling, the air is thick with the crack of gunfire, and the metallic clang of a shotgun racking a new shell just heightens the tension. It's over fast, leaving death and empty money bags in its wake. This isn't just a scene setter. It's a brutal declaration of war, showing us the cold, calculated efficiency of the criminals right from the jump. The desperation of the guards is palpable, their cries for help quickly silenced by the overwhelming force. Immediately after this harrowing opening, we're introduced to our protagonist, a man known only as H. He's a walking enigma. Applying for a security guard position at Vertigo, the very company that just got hit. He's quiet, almost unnervingly so, with eyes that seem to hold the weight of 1,000 untold stories. You just know he's not here for the pension plan, or to make new friends. His demeanor screams, "I've got a very specific, very bloody agenda." It's like watching a predator subtly infiltrate its chosen hunting ground. His initial interview is devoid of pleasantries, his answers curt and to the point, leaving the HR department probably wondering if they just hired a mute assassin, which honestly isn't far off. The ominous quiet he brings with him is almost as loud as the gunfire from moments before H's introduction to the Vertigo crew is. Well, it's not exactly making him Employee of the Month. His new colleagues, a colorful bunch of hardened guards, don't quite know what to make of the quiet, almost aloof new guy. He's put through the paces, the standard security training that includes a rigorous shooting qualification. And what does H do? He utterly bombs it. Seriously, if you didn't know better, you'd think he'd never held a firearm before, which, let's just say, is quite the deception. The bullets spray everywhere but the target, and his instructors are probably wondering if he's even awake, or if he's actively trying to hit the ceiling. His colleagues, like the grizzled veteran Bullet and the younger, more excitable boy Sweat Dave, are clearly unimpressed, perhaps even a little concerned about having this human bullet magnet on their team. You can almost hear the quiet murmurs of bless his heart in the background. H is a man of few words, absorbing everything, observing every interaction, every detail of the company's operations with a chilling intensity. It's like watching a predator blend in with its prey, meticulously studying their habits. He's learning the routes, the protocols, the vulnerabilities, all while maintaining the facade of a rookie who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a bazooka, even if it was painted neon. It's a masterclass in low-key infiltration, showing that sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one you least suspect. He makes small talk, but it's superficial, never giving away an inch of his true intentions. You can almost hear the gears turning in his head, plotting, planning, measuring everyone up for their inevitable roles in his upcoming revenge play. The sheer contrast between his apparent incompetence and his later actions is almost comedic. If it wasn't so deadly serious, the moment arrives, and it's a rude awakening for everyone involved. H is out on a route with Bullet and boy Sweat Dave, and as if on cue, their armored truck is ambushed. It's a classic setup, multiple assailants, overwhelming firepower, the usual cacophony of screeching tires and shattering glass. For a fleeting second, it looks like just another day at the office for Fortico, another potential loss. H initially just sits there, a still, silent statue amidst the chaos, absorbing the screams and the impact of the bullets against the armored plating. His colleagues are panicking, frozen with fear, probably expecting H to curl up in a ball and cry for his mommy, or maybe even offer them a cup of tea. But then something snaps. Or rather, something activates with the precision of a finely tuned machine. H moves with a sudden, fluid grace that absolutely belies his previous clumsy performance at the firing range. He's no longer the inept rookie. He's a force of nature, a one-man wrecking crew. He takes a weapon, and the crack of his first shot is definitive, chillingly precise. It's not just shooting, it's an execution. He's not flinching, not hesitating. The robbers, who clearly underestimated their target, probably thought they were dealing with another boy Sweat Dave, are suddenly faced with an unstoppable, emotionless machine. He drops them, one by one, with clinical efficiency. The whoosh of air as a bullet narrowly misses boy Sweat Dave's head is almost overshadowed by the sickening thud of a robber hitting the pavement. It's less a fight and more a systematic dismantling. His movements are economical, every action serving a deadly purpose. His colleagues are absolutely stunned, their fear morphing into a mixture of awe and profound terror. Bullet, the seasoned veteran, can barely string a sentence together. The silence after H's rampage is deafening, broken only by the rapid thumping of hearts. It's clear to everyone, H is no ordinary man, and Fortico just hired a monster, or perhaps a guardian angel with very sharp, bloody edges. Either way, HR is going to have some questions about that background check. In the aftermath of the ambush, the atmosphere is thick with bewildered silence. H is immediately brought in for questioning, first by the police, then by the bewildered suits at Fortico. But trying to get information out of H is like trying to squeeze water from a stone, or perhaps a very stubborn rock. He offers minimal answers, his voice a low, gravelly monotone, his eyes giving absolutely nothing away. It's a masterclass in poker face acting. If that were a professional sport, he'd win all the awards. He's calm, almost eerily so, amidst the chaos he just created. Meanwhile, his colleagues are buzzing. Bullet, who's seen it all, is visibly shaken, grappling with the sheer brutality and efficiency he witnessed. Boy Sweat Dave is probably going to need years of therapy after watching H go full John Wick on those poor, misguided robbers. You can almost hear the faint cries of his inner child. The rumors start flying, the whispers turn into legends. Who is this guy? Where did he learn to move like that? Was he secretly a Black Ops assassin? A former competitive chess player who got really good at anticipating moves, but with bullets. The company, despite their unease, can't deny the results. H saved the truck, the money, and potentially lives. His effectiveness is undeniable, even if his methods are extreme and tend to leave a rather significant mess. They're left with a choice: embrace the dangerous effectiveness or let him go. In a world obsessed with metrics, H's metrics are off the charts, albeit with a slightly higher body count than average. It's clear H has an agenda, and he's not letting anyone stand in his way, least of all a bewildered police detective with a notepad and a lot of very pertinent, unanswered questions. The whole situation screams, do not poke the bear. Now we peel back the layers and understand the genesis of H's relentless fury. We flash back 2 months earlier, to a day that started like any other. H, not yet H, is simply a father driving with his young son, innocent and happy, in the back seat. It's a stark contrast to the grim, silent man we know now. The sun is shining, the mundane hum of traffic is in the air, and for a fleeting moment, we see the warmth and humanity H once possessed. It's a snapshot of a life that felt normal, almost idyllic. But then, in a cruel twist of fate that reminds you life sometimes hands you the worst possible lottery ticket, they inadvertently drive straight into the chaotic maelstrom of an ongoing armored truck robbery. The sudden crackle of automatic gunfire ribs through the peaceful afternoon, replaced by the shouts of panicked guards and desperate robbers. It's a horrifying symphony of violence that erupts out of nowhere. H, a man of immense capabilities, is utterly powerless, caught in a random, senseless act of brutality. The metallic clang of stray bullets hitting his car, the shattered glass, the terror in his son's eyes. It's all too fast, too brutal, a horrific blur of sound and impact. His son, a casualty of a senseless crossfire, is tragically killed. The agonizing silence that follows the final gunshot is almost more painful than the gunfire itself, a void that swallows all sound. It's a wound that will never heal, a hole in his soul that only vengeance can attempt to fill, a truly no-take-backs kind of moment. This isn't just a story of revenge. It's the raw, visceral scream of a father who lost everything, and now he's coming to collect. It's a motivation so deep, so profound, that it makes every calculated, brutal action of H's feel utterly justified. He's not just seeking justice. He's seeking a reckoning, a final, bloody ledger balance. And now we understand why he's a walking, breathing doomsday device. The facade fully drops, and we see H for who he truly is, not just some grizzled ex-military type, but a formidable criminal kingpin known as Hargreaves, a name that clearly strikes fear into the hearts of those who know it. It's the kind of name you whisper, not shout. He's got connections in every dark corner of the city, a vast, shadowy network of informants and enforcers. It's like he's running his own secret intelligence agency, but with less bureaucracy and more persuasion via broken knees. We see him meeting with a series of intimidating figures in dimly lit, industrial settings, because where else would a criminal mastermind meet? A Starbucks? Hardly. He's gathering information, pulling strings and leaving a trail of quiet dread in his wake. The air is thick with unspoken threats and calculated exchanges of favors. He's not asking nicely. He's demanding answers, and woe betide anyone who withholds them, because H has a very particular set of skills, and they don't involve asking again. He's systematically tracing the links, piecing together the identities of the crew that shattered his life. Every phone call, every hushed conversation, every intense stare is a step closer to his grim objective. It's a cold, methodical hunt, devoid of emotion, driven by the purest form of paternal vengeance. He's not just looking for clues. He's setting traps, laying the groundwork for a reckoning. The whoosh of a heavy door closing behind one of his informants perfectly punctuates the finality of their conversation. The underworld knows H, and they know when he comes calling. It's not for a friendly chat over coffee. It's for blood, and he's got all the time in the world to get it. He's a man on a mission, and that mission involves a lot of pain for other people. Just when you thought H had settled into his new job as a mundane security guard, another Fortico truck gets hit. But this time, H isn't in the truck. He's hunting the truck. He's not just a guard. He's a one-man tracking system, or maybe he just has really good Google Maps. He's got a sixth sense for trouble. Or more likely, he's got eyes and ears everywhere. Like a particularly vengeful, omniscient being. The robbers, thinking they've got a clean getaway, are suddenly met with a roaring black SUV driven by a man who apparently subscribes to the ramming speed philosophy of traffic management. The sickening crunch of metal as H's vehicle slams into the stolen Fortico truck is a symphony of destruction. It's less a car chase and more an act of vehicular dismemberment, a metallic dance of death. The thieves are clearly outmatched, outmaneuvered, and utterly unprepared for the sheer, unbridled aggression of H. He prevents their escape, recovering the money, but more importantly, he's extracting information. He's not just interested in the money. He's interested in who sent them, who they're connected to, and whether they had any good snack recommendations. Each captured robber is a potential thread in the tapestry of his revenge. He interrogates them with a chilling intensity, his questions cutting through their bravado like a hot knife through butter. While it turns out this isn't the exact crew he's after, their intelligence points him closer to his ultimate targets. It's another meticulously executed step in his relentless, surgical pursuit. You can almost feel the air go out of the room when he enters, a palpable sense of dread settling over anyone who dares to cross his path. He's a force of nature, and nature doesn't negotiate. H's quiet sleuthing starts to pay off, and boy, does it pay off with a vengeance. In a scene that looks straight out of a classic detective thriller, complete with a giant corkboard, red strings connecting faces, and brooding intensity, he meticulously pieces together the puzzle. The photos of the ex-military crew, led by the chillingly pragmatic Jan, start to line up. Each face is a new piece of his vengeance map, each one a target waiting for its turn. These aren't just random thugs. They're disciplined former soldiers, which explains their brutal efficiency and probably why they carry themselves with such infuriating confidence. But the plot thickens faster than a slow cooker stew left on overnight. H uncovers a much more insidious truth. There's a mole, an inside man, at Fortico, feeding critical information to these robbers. The realization probably hits him with the force of a concrete block, or perhaps a very large, disgruntled elephant. This isn't just about random crime. It's a betrayal from within, making his quest even more personal and exponentially more dangerous. He's not just hunting external threats. He's got to deal with the rot from the inside, which, let's be honest, is always the messiest kind of rot. The click of a pen as he circles a suspect's photo on his board is as loud as a gunshot, signifying a target locked and loaded. The question now isn't just who did it, but who helped them do it. It adds a delicious layer of intrigue, proving that even in a world of brute force, a little bit of backstabbing goes a long way. He trusts no one, suspects everyone, and his grim determination only hardens with each revelation. It's a race against time, not just to find the killers, but to prevent the next deadly move orchestrated by someone on the inside. Someone's about to have a very bad day at the office. Meanwhile, on the other side of this dangerous chessboard, Jan and his crew are not resting on their laurels. They're not just your garden variety thugs. These guys are ex-military, highly trained, and utterly ruthless. They're planning their magnum opus, their one last big score, because in these movies, there's always one last big score, and it's always the one that goes horribly wrong for someone. And what better target than the Fortico main depot on Black Friday? It's literally overflowing with millions of dollars, probably enough to buy a small island and retire to a life of sipping my tea, or at least a very fancy yacht. Jan, the calm, calculating leader, meticulously outlines their plan, sketching out vault layouts and guard rotations on a whiteboard with the precision of a general planning a major offensive. The metallic click of a marker against the board echoes in the tense room as each detail is absorbed. His crew, a mix of cold professionals and hot-headed loose cannons, are all in, fueled by greed and the thrill of the ultimate challenge. The tension in the room is palpable. You can almost taste the anticipation, like the static electricity before a massive storm. This isn't just a robbery. It's a military operation, complete with recon, strategic planning, and a complete disregard for anyone who gets in their way. They've thought of everything, or so they believe, with the kind of overconfidence that usually precedes a major downfall in these types of films. Their confidence is almost unnerving, a stark contrast to H's quiet, simmering rage. It's a clash of titans in the making. And Black Friday is about to get a whole lot darker than just discounted TVs. Someone's definitely not getting their new plasma screen with the Black Friday heist looming. H shifts into full-on tactical mode. This isn't just about waiting for the bad guys. It's about being the bad guy waiting for them, like a very patient, very deadly spider. He meticulously prepares, assembling a custom arsenal that would make a small army blush, or at least question their budget. The soft click of a scope attaching to a rifle, the metallic slide of a pistol being loaded, these are the grim sounds of a man preparing for war, a symphony of destruction in the making. He's not just planning, he's engineering the battlefield, setting every piece of the board for his ultimate move. He makes sure he's positioned right in the heart of the Fortico depot, the eye of the coming storm. He knows this is where the confrontation will happen, and he intends to be the central, unstoppable force, a human force multiplier. His movements are precise, every action deliberate, every piece of equipment chosen for a specific, deadly purpose. There's no wasted motion, no hesitation, just a chilling efficiency. His face is a mask of grim determination, a reflection of the single-minded goal that has consumed him. He's transformed not just into a weapon, but into an embodiment of vengeance itself, a walking, breathing karma delivery service. He knows the stakes, he knows the players, and he's not leaving anything to chance. It's like watching a coiled viper waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and when it does, it won't be pretty. The silence in his hidden lair is punctuated only by the subtle sounds of metal on metal, a testament to his focused intensity. He's not looking for a fair fight. He's looking for his fight on his terms. And those terms involve a lot of firepower and a chilling finality for anyone who stands in his way. Then Black Friday dawns, and it's not about shopping deals. It's about death and millions. Jan's crew, a force of disciplined, heavily armed professionals, launches their full-scale assault on the Fortico main depot. The initial breach is explosive, literally. The deafening roar of explosives, followed by the rapid-fire crackle of automatic weapons, instantly transforms the mundane depot into a war zone. A place where coupon clipping turns into bullet dodging. It's a symphony of chaos, alarms blaring, glass shattering, and the frantic shouts of guards trying to hold the line against an overwhelming, precision-coordinated attack. The ground trembles with the impact of explosions, sending debris flying. Jan's crew moves with practiced efficiency, each member knowing their role, cutting down anyone who stands in their way. They're methodical, relentless, carving a path straight to the vault. The Fortico guards, despite their training, are clearly outmatched, fighting for their lives against a superior, unyielding force. The metallic clang of bullets ricocheting off reinforced walls, the desperate cries of wounded men, it's a visceral, no-holds-barred confrontation. It's a terrifying display of military tactics repurposed for criminal gain, like using a cruise missile to open a pickle jar. They're leaving a trail of destruction, seemingly unstoppable, their eyes fixed on the ultimate prize. The air is thick with smoke and the acrid smell of gunpowder, a sensory overload that plunges us deep into the heart of the action. This isn't just a heist. It's an invasion, and the Fortico employees are just unfortunate collateral, caught between a rock and a very hard, bullet-ridden place amidst the swirling chaos. H emerges, not as a defender, but as a silent, unstoppable reaper. This isn't just about stopping a robbery anymore. It's about fulfilling a promise of retribution, a grim cosmic balance sheet being settled. He moves through the smoke-filled corridors like a phantom, a whisper of death, his every shot precise, every movement economical. The crack of his pistol is the final punctuation mark to each robber's existence, a period at the end of their very short, very bad day. He's systematically dismantling Jan's crew, turning their coordinated assault into a fragmented, terrified scramble. The whoosh of a bullet narrowly missing H's head is met with his unnerving calm, a testament to his focus. He's a one-man army, driven by a rage so profound it manifests as pure, cold efficiency, like a highly specialized, very angry robot. Then comes the gut punch, the kind that makes you gasp, the shocking reveal that Bullet, H's grizzled, seemingly loyal colleague, is the mole. The very man who facilitated the initial heist that killed H's son. The betrayal hits hard, not just for H, but for the audience, because who saw that coming? It adds another layer of grim satisfaction to H's impending actions, making the revenge even sweeter and much more personal. The metallic click of a safety being disengaged during their tense standoff is the only sound that matters, a harbinger of doom. Their confrontation is a brutal dance of close-quarters combat and raw emotion, a culmination of built-up betrayal and vengeful fury. Bullet, realizing the depth of his mistake, tries to reason, but H is beyond reason. He's an instrument of vengeance, and Bullet is just another target on his list, a particularly satisfying one to cross off. The brutal crack of a bone as H lands a punch, the desperate struggle, it's all leading to one inevitable, chilling conclusion. Someone's about to learn the hard way that loyalty is apparently a foreign concept in this line of work. After navigating the bloody gauntlet of the depot, H finally stands face to face with Jan, the architect of his suffering, the man whose actions led to his son's death. The air crackles with an almost unbearable tension, a profound silence broken only by their ragged breathing. It's the moment we've all been waiting for, the grim culmination of H's relentless, calculated pursuit, the final boss battle, if you will. Jan, ever the cold professional, tries to negotiate, to reason, perhaps even to understand the depth of H's rage, probably offering a cut of the millions they just stole. But H is beyond all that. His face is a mask of unflinching resolve, his eyes holding the chilling emptiness of a man who has lost everything and is now here solely to collect, not to chat. There's no grand speech, no dramatic monologue, just a silent, absolute commitment to his purpose. The metallic click of the hammer cocking on H's pistol feels like the loudest sound in the world, a definitive prelude to the end. It's a moment of stark, brutal clarity. The whoosh of air as Jan tries one last, desperate move is futile, a last-ditch effort that's doomed to fail against H's unwavering focus. H delivers his revenge with the same cold, surgical precision he's displayed throughout the film. It's not about anger anymore. It's about finishing what he started, about fulfilling the promise he made to himself and his son. The final gunshot is not loud. It's quiet, definitive, and almost anticlimactic sound that marks the end of a long, dark journey. The deafening silence that follows is heavy with the weight of retribution, a silence that screams louder than any explosion. There's no triumph, no joy, just the quiet, desolate satisfaction of a mission grimly completed. Justice, or perhaps vengeance, has been served, cold and uncompromising, proving that some debts are paid in blood. As the police sirens begin to wail in the distance, a haunting symphony of the law arriving too late, H slips away from the carnage he wrought. His mission is accomplished, the blood debts paid in full. There's no fanfare, no heroic exit, just a silent, almost ghost-like disappearance into the night. He leaves behind a scene of utter devastation, a testament to his brutal efficiency, but also a stark reminder of the senseless violence that began it all. As he drives away in his black SUV, his face remains unreadable, a complex tapestry of grim satisfaction and the hollow ache of his loss. Has he found peace? Perhaps not the kind we understand, but a grim, desolate form of it, the quiet satisfaction of a promise kept. The silence inside his vehicle is profound, a stark contrast to the explosions and gunfire that just rattled the Fortico depot. It makes you wonder about the true cost of vengeance, doesn't it? While H sought and achieved his retribution, the emotional weight of it all is palpable. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes closure comes not with joy, but with a quiet, heavy emptiness. This movie, Wrath of Man, ultimately reminds us of the profound impact of loss and how it can forge an unyielding path, for better or worse. It challenges us to consider the fine line between justice and vengeance, and whether the scars left behind are ever truly healed. It's a dark journey, but one that leaves you pondering long after the credits roll. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.